Hello everybody, this is the European morning here. I currently see two opportunities with a little bit of discretion. Trading the euro for euro strength. This is the euro yen, and this is a 60-minute S1 long pattern. It's not the best pattern, but we have three touches. We've got one swing touch, one that counts as another one, two, right, three, and then we've got a breakout bar. So the breakout bar nicely tests the big number and the 200 moving average. But as you know, if the 200 moving average is close by, well, that always adds more volatility, especially if the 200 is sideways flat. But we have found nice support, and if the stock goes here, well, it's on the other side of the 200 and it's as well protected by the big number, which is in between. So not the best pattern, right? This is an early uptrend. We can see it here. Well, it's a range play. It's an early uptrend. We've got a zigzag. We're in the midst of the range here as well. It's interesting that we touch as well the 200. At least it's rising, so it's support for going higher. But this is oval sideways in the range. So there's the opportunity. Like if the momentum move duplicates measured move, well, then we get to the upper range, right? And this would be sufficient to make this a good winner. Now TC2 is then the daily. So if we look at that, it's not clearly trending, but if you look at the bigger swing, so this is a higher low, a higher high, this is a higher low, and then this is the higher high, right? So now we are in pullback basically. So this is an S1 in any way. This is an S1 with an oval sideways, right? So the win rate is lower, and there's a bit of more extra volatility, but the stock is nicely protected, right? So there are some pros and cons. So another pro is that we're sitting right here at the 8 on the week. The weekly is nicely uptrending, and we have 8 support, right? And that has tested nicely the 8, so it could be enough to go higher from here, because all these other touches, right, they didn't test as much the 8, so that bounced nicely into the 8, and that bounce is basically this sell-off, right? I mean the bottom here. So we could actually see price move from here higher. Now, as I'm not fully convinced with that, so I mean, applying some discretion, I actually I like that better if I get a tighter stop, right? So you can make this. I mean, you set up your own rules basically, right? You can say, okay, there's the 200 here. Actually, if price comes back down here, I like it better because the stop is tighter, right? Your risk reward changes, and you can make it the game okay, or under the condition. If price comes down here, and you even put a limit buy order, well, if price touches this level, well, then get in, and well, the stop goes down here, right? So this is basically half risk entry, and that would as well be right. Or you can say if it touches the big number, right, that would be testing. This is a big number. It would be testing the 200, and then you have a very tight entry. So sometimes that's a way actually to improve, right? Improve the quality. Always think of, okay, what could it make juicier to take this type of trade. Now let's have a look at the next one, which is Euro Swiss. So similar, right? It's in a range. Well, here we're in the upper part of the range. Well, now this is a stop run level, and it's a big number as well. It clusters with a high, and it's a big number, so it's a pretty strong level. But if it breaks, well, it can move somewhere up here, right? When a stop run move occurs, it's basically taking out this high, right? It's overall a downtrending. Well, we've put a higher low already, so we might create a higher high basically testing here, right, at the 8, or it might even come back to the 21. So this is an idea, trading the 60-minute long based on an S2. So what is a momentum move? Because I'm not sure if it's this one or down here. Well, I go one time frame higher, TC1, and yeah, it's basically this one, right, from the bottom to the top. So this is a momentum move. Now yeah, it's nicely consolidating. We've got higher lows. So this is another trade idea. It's an oval sideways, right? It's kind of in a very early uptrend. We've got a color change, right? So again, here it's a bit of discretion. So we've got a green bar, we've got a red bar, and then green bar. So we've got a color change. So that's a very very early zigzag, basically. So it depends a little bit. Now we might get another touch, and we might get a really tight entry, like a tight stop entry. So this is basically another opportunity there is today.